Alright everyone, hello and welcome. So, today we're going to be talking about some more specifics on what you guys are going to have to do to prepare for the War Within. I have a couple things that I'd like to add, but we got an updated list, as I'm sure many of you have seen already. It's been posted on the Reddit and such, but unfortunately I had work. So, we're just going to go over everything that you're going to need to do. First of all, the quests. You're going to need Vor's Prize, which is the opening quest. Easy peasy. Once Awake, which is the introduction to the Infested, the Archwing quest, which we'll get back to that in a moment, Stolen Dreams, which is the quest with Maru, the New Strange, which is Samaras' quest, and the Second Dream, which obviously that is the big story quest, and all of those quests are like totally fine and pretty easy, and most experienced players are going to have all that stuff done, but there's a couple other things here too. So, if you have been a brand new player since Star Chart 3.0 was released, which is this big old thing here, you have had to go through and go and do all of these junctions. So, for that, if you are a brand new player, you need to do all of the junctions all the way up to the Sedna Junction. The only junction that is not required for you if you are a player that has joined since the Star Chart changed is the Eros Junction, which you don't need to do. But you need to have all the way up to the Sedna Junction done, along with all those quests that I mentioned before. If you are an experienced player that has been around since like old Star Chart or even before that, you only need the Sedna Junction done. You don't have to go back and do like the Uranus Junction or anything like that. You only need the Sedna Junction. So that's a good clarification for you guys that don't want to do all of the junctions in just a couple of days leading up to the War Within. So yeah, beyond that, I have some other stuff that I would like to mention personally about how you guys can prepare for this. And the big thing here is to note that the quest that is required here is the Archwing. So, if there's going to be Archwing involved with the War Within, which I suspect there will be, I just want to give you guys a good leveling spot for your Archwing gear, which is right over here on Neptune, Salacia. If you guys want to preemptively level your Archwing stuff, Salacia is the place to do it. This place is amazing for XP, just to get your basic Archwing gear up to snuff so you're not having a hard time if there are Archwing parts of the War Within. Just some advice from me. Beyond that, we know that the War Within is heavily Grineer based. And I myself am going to be taking Excal, so I won't have a huge problem with any kind of damage output. But for those of you that might be worried about that, there are some damage type considerations that I'm just going to point out real quick. Radiation is incredibly good against alloy armor, which is like what Bombards and other advanced Grineer units have. Corrosive for stripping armor, that type of thing. Special interactions like with Blind with the Zenistar, this gas cold build is kind of a special consideration for that. But just in general, making sure your weapons are able to take out level 50 plus enemies, because Sedna is a higher level area. It's above 40. It's in that. It's the pre-sortie area. Let's call it that. So if you're not prepared for these levels to be more prevalent and around, probably get some weapons together. Maybe get yourself a Heck, maybe even a Vacor Heck. But just get your stuff up to snuff. Just so that we can all be super prepared. But yeah. It should be a good time. Also, other thing, tomorrow at noon Eastern, U.S. Eastern Time, there's going to be a very special video going up. So, check back then, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.